Justice Sir Joe Williams provides a simple framework of law in this country that has three components, epochs or eras. Kupe's law, the nation's first law of the tangata whenua from the 13th century through to 1840. Many credit Kupe with the discovery of Aotearoa. In Aotearoa's pre-European era, tikanga and kawa guided people's conduct and decisions. Cook's law, the nation's second law, after the signing of Te Tiriti of Waitangi, the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840, all the way through to 1985, and this was when the English legal traditions took seed in this nation. Aotearoa New Zealand's third law followed the establishment of the Waitangi Tribunal when its jurisdiction was extended in 1985. Māori MP Matthew Rata wrote the Waitangi Tribunal Act to enable Māori to seek legal redress for treaty breaches. This represents the era of the clash or the coming together of two peoples and their respective legal traditions. Waitangi Tribunal reports are a valuable resource containing history, mātauranga Māori, tikanga and the principles of Te Tiriti or Waitangi. But the Waitangi Tribunal only has the mana to make recommendations to the Crown. What the Crown does with their recommendations is another matter. Williams describes pre-colonial Māori having stories, traditions and laws to regulate human behaviour, and those laws drove certain practices and principles. Whanaungatanga, the centrality of kinship and careful attention to relationships. Mana, principles of leadership and individual dignity. Tapu, behavioural control and the sacred-profane divide. Utu, reciprocal obligation, and kaitiakitanga, obligation to care for one's own. Protocols, procedures and guidelines that make sense of those practices we call tikanga. Tikanga is central to Māori law and governance. Tika means straight or correct, so tikanga, simply put, is the correct way of doing things. According to Hirini Moko Mead, one may look at tikanga Māori from the point of view of ethics. Tikanga Māori is about whether an action is right or wrong, and whether it is morally appropriate or whether it is absolutely wrong. But in the case of tikanga Māori, judgments are made against a background of Māori values and knowledge. Tikanga Māori might be described as Māori philosophy in practice and as the practical face of Māori knowledge. Tikanga ensures that certain principles and values are upheld. It is useful to differentiate two types of tikanga: tikanga tere tere and tikanga iho matua. The former are basically customs that have been adopted and are not linked to mātauranga Māori. For instance, whether people can leave their shoes on in a wharenui, a meeting house, during a pōwhiri, a formal welcome. That's tikanga tere tere. Tikanga iho matua is true tikanga and descends from the divine, from atua, God. It's the umbilicus between Māori philosophy and practical living, and it is based on mātauranga Māori.